So over the last almost 3 years now of the Battleground scene being around, we have seen hundreds of Battlegrounds games come out and come into play. 90% of them have failed, 5% of them somewhat succeeded and got to average a couple thousand players, and then the other 5% actually succeeded. And in that category, I put TSB, Heroes Battlegrounds, Legends Battlegrounds, Ultimate Battlegrounds succeeded for a while. But if we split that 5% into like 2.5%, like, because half of those fell off to this day, but were successful at one point and had over like 10,000 CCU, and then the other like 2.5% are still around, like Heroes, TSB, and Legends, right? But in today's video, we're going to be specifically talking about this JJK Battlegrounds game that had insane potential. Now, to my understanding, they are working on a huge revamp for this game. I don't know how crazy it's going to be, so I don't want to vouch on their behalf, you know what I mean? But keep a lookout for that. The link for their Discord will be in the description down below in case you guys are interested in following the progress of this game. Without further ado, let's get into the app. So this game is called Cursed Arena. Okay, a lot of you guys probably remember it, but in case you didn't, allow me to kind of, inform you about it. It was one of the JJK Battlegrounds games that came out actually after Sorcerer Battlegrounds, but I think it came out before Jujutsu Shenanigans. I may be wrong about that though. And off rip, this game had a huge problem, and it was that the combat just did not feel good. It was super slow and super clunky, and every person that I knew that played it hated the way that the combat felt. However, where they succeeded, okay, because I want to talk about that first, is in a few different departments. For one, look at how many movesets they created. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna click movesets. Look at all of these movesets, bro. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 movesets here. If I'm correct, this is more movesets than any other Battlegrounds game has ever had in the history of Battlegrounds games. So you're probably wondering, with all of this content, why did it not succeed? And it's quite literally because regardless of what characters they added, the combat felt dookie. It felt so dog, but I can't even explain it. The M1s themselves were always like a huge problem for me, and then also like the way that moves work just felt very clunky, and the hitboxes also had some issues. Now with these 15 movesets, they had a bunch of really cool ones, and a lot of them were actually very unique. Like we have Gojo, we have Sukuna, but then we also have Jogo, Toji. I think this was actually one of the first JJK Battlegrounds games to add it. I believe Sorcerers was first, and then Cursed Arena was second. They even have a curse moveset here, which yes, JJS has one, and technically so does Sorcerer Battlegrounds because they have Mahito, but then they have Nanami, they have Chozo, Kashimo, etc., right? They put in the work to add all of these movesets, so it's just really unfortunate the combat just wasn't up to par enough to keep people interested. Now, another thing that they did really well is if you go up into the top left and click the skull, you can literally summon bosses, and with the bosses, you're able to get cosmetics, and it seems like special moves. There's stuff for Toji, there's stuff for the special curse that you see in season 1, and there's stuff for Gojo. They have 3 different bosses in this game, and very minimal Battlegrounds games actually ended up adding bosses to them. But I loved that direction, bro. I mean, TSB added one eventually, and so did Heroes Battlegrounds with Nomu. But I mean, this game added 3 different bosses, and they're all in the game at one time. I also believe, and I might be wrong about this, but like that NPC over there was NPCs around the map that you could go to get like quests and to unlock certain movesets or to be able to summon and fight certain bosses. They had a bunch of cosmetics and games that you could cosplay. I mean, they even have Toji's curse. Like, they have a ton of stuff here. They have titles, so there's stuff for you to grind for. They had a decent emote system, and the OG map wasn't necessarily that bad. It was definitely too big, but this map is also tough and also pretty big. So through and through, it had essentially everything it needed, which is why I think the case of Cursed Arena is so interesting, because it really goes to show that if the combat doesn't feel anime-like, if it doesn't feel clean, and if it feels too slow and sluggish, people will not want to play it. And I think that's really, really interesting. This game was never able to perform better than Sorcerer Battlegrounds or Jujutsu Infinite, despite producing easily 2 times the amount of content, technically, if you even just count the movesets alone, than these other games did. Now, if you go to the Discord, it seems that less than a week ago, they actually updated it and, added some moves or did some balance changes. It seems that the base moveset got finished for Swordmaster, which is Kazukabe, and then Gojo got a purchasable move, which I'm not gonna lie, I will not be purchasing that. But if you were to try to scroll up in the update logs, you can't even. They replaced the update logs for this game, so it's impossible to even know when the last update was. But we're gonna go into a public server and we're gonna see if this game has changed enough for it to be considered good, or if Cursed Arena has unfortunately remained the same as it was all those months ago, or even like a year ago now, when I last checked it out. Oh wow, a boss has spawned. I'm assuming it's, wait, Sukuna is not a boss. Is it over there? Oh, it's a special curse. Okay, and the boss got defeated. Like, dude, that is such a cool feature. It's just such a shame that this game has fallen off so much. All right, I do have Gojo equipped, even though it just looks like I'm low-key like invincible or something in a wicked outfit. We're just gonna do some combat. We're gonna see how it feels and if it feels differently from before. Is this guy in a gang? Oh, okay, and he rage quit. Wait, there's like multiple people here with Red Gang as their name. You wanna fight? Let's fight. Also, the audio is really, really loud in this game. Boom, come on, boom, 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 boom. Okay, Labs blue. No. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay, can't side dash and down slam. Boom, reversal red. Okay, that's up close. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, he definitely should have been able to M1 me like a couple of times there, but it just didn't work. Come on. The animations just aren't the best. And again, I'm trying to be honest. I'm not trying to like glaze in a negative aspect or in a positive aspect. I'm trying to be fully honest about everything. What the? Oh, no way. And like, there's weird things. Like, for example, I got punched back there and like the animations were just so strange, you know? None of my moves work on Ragdoll, huh? Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, bro. Who are you? Boom. No, I got jumped. Oh my God, bro. Are we serious? Let me guess. Is he in your red gang too, buddy? And my headset just died. That's phenomenal. Hold on. All right. I'm back. Let's go. Boom. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. No way. Boom, 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 boom. Can't use any of these while ragdolled. Boom. Hit him there. Boom. Oh, boom, boom. Rah, boom. No. Ah. Boom, 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 boom. Down slam into reversal red. Oh my goodness, bro. I just can't land a combo, bro. Gojo is so uncomboable because you can't. Oh, are you for real? Oh my goodness, bro. Did they add this guy before Jujutsu Infinite? I mean, Jujutsu Shenanigans? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Come on. Bro, there's nothing I can do, bro. Like, he can just hold block. None of my moves work while ragdoll. He can block all of my moves. Like, boom. Boom. You can't combo at all. Like, it's so frustrating. Okay, he's dead. Where's that guy that jumped me earlier? Well, this guy hit me with his awakening move. Wasn't it like a bacon or something that attacked me? One of the two. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot there. Okay. Ow, what the? Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, and that doesn't even have super armor. Okay, got it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. That move worked all ragdolled that time. Boom, boom. What? How do I not M1 him there? This game also doesn't have any like high quality finishers too, which is a shame. Boom, boom, boom. No. Boom. What? Oh my goodness, bro. This game, man. Like, I can't. Let's see. What does this NPC do? Miwa update when? Okay. Oh, this is the token shop they were talking about. Enhancements. 125 tokens. Do I want to? Wait, am I reading this right? 10 tokens for 120 Robux? Oh my God. I'm not paying $10 to use this move. Bro, and now I'm stuck with this on my screen. Yeah, bro, I'm off this game, bro. I'm off this game.